The following is a brief introduction on how to start Paperwad Math. When we look at the chart, we see the first line, and we did start on March 9th. That doesn't really matter. We can make it up at any time. We are basically shooting baskets, and when we look at our chart, it says from 6 feet. So you will measure out 6 feet. Down here, you have 20 shots. So you will take 20 shots. In the example I have here, we have made 15 of the 20 shots. For the setup, you will need to find a trash can, bucket, or some like object. To get started with Paperwad Math, you will need 4 items. You will need a bucket, standard bucket, doesn't matter how big, just kind of your normal everyday work bucket. You will need a tape measure or a ruler or yardstick. You will need a sheet that you saw a second ago. It is your Paperwad Math sheet. I have attached that somewhere in Seesaw that you should be able, I think I sent it as an announcement earlier today. If you don't have it, let me know and I can get one for you. And last, you will need a normal crumpled up piece of paper. The crumpled up piece of paper may not be taped or glued or otherwise. You may only have one piece of paper. You may pull it as tight as you want or as loosely as you want. It really doesn't matter. The only thing is, it has to be one sheet of paper. You will notice in the spreadsheet it said you had 6 feet on this first round. The next round, I believe, was 4 feet. You measure 4 feet instead of 6 feet. The way that works is you take your measurement and you measure out 6 feet from the lip of the bucket. So here we go. Down here, 6 feet. And then I put something here to show me that it is 6 feet. So I'm now 6 feet away. I start shooting. It's kind of like free throws in basketball. Take a free throw, you take your ball, your Paperwad, get behind the line, and simply shoot. 1 for 1. You'll notice on that first chart it had 20 shots. So you do this 20 times. 2 for 2. 3 for 3. Oh, I missed. So now I'm 3 for 4. That continues on until you get to your 20. And you'll shoot until you get to your 20. Ooh. And my last shot gives me 15 out of 20. Not too bad. After finishing my shooting, you'll notice now that I have written in my first line here, it's at my 6 feet. There were no obstacles. I shot 20. I got 15 out of those 20 correct. Fractions, decimal, and percent is just calculating them as it is written here. So my fraction would be 15/20, which could also be reduced, or it could be increased to hundredths. Doesn't matter. You can leave it as 15 or 20ths, or 15/20ths as you would like. The next is the decimal. A couple different ways to do the decimal is the numerator divided by the denominator, or I can see, all right, what 20, I'm going to multiply this by 5 to get to hundredths, multiply this by 5 to get to hundredths. We've been working on this in class quite a bit, and that gives me 75 hundredths, which is 75 hundredths. From this point, we can take the decimal and easily convert that into our percentage to give us, for the day, a 75% Paperwad rate. You repeat on the next 3 lines. 4 feet, no obstacles, 20 shots. I made 18. You will make a different amount, or you might make 18. And then we have 5 feet with a ruler across the center horizontally with the lip toward you. So you put a ruler across the bucket and shoot. You would expect your percentages to go down. And then finally, we have the lesson that was for today, 323, where you're at 6 feet, and then follow the instructions with the rest of it. This should give you a good idea of what to do with Paperwad Math. If you still have a question, let me know, and I will help you in any other way. Thank you, and happy shooting.